EHOME versus VGJ.Storm. China versus NA. We love it. The action. The excitement. The questionable plays. I can't wait to see what happens this game. Let's see what we can have. Just an update. We've got, I believe, 3 more series today. Yeah, we're going to have EHOME versus VGJ. Then we're going to have LGD versus TNC. And then finally, we're going to have EHOME versus Na'Vi. So for you Na'Vi fans out there, I suggest watching this series. What the hell was that? I've got to turn the sound effects on. Watching this series. Because then you will see what your team is going to have to play up against. There we go. Right, that's all turned up. That will not interrupt us anymore. We're into the draft, the bans so far. KP's there as well, of course, just in case. Again, if you guys missed it. KP is the stand-in for VGJ.Storm this tournament. It is not a permanent movement.
5 seconds remaining.
Don't worry, he will be going back to newbie. But they got KP this, and he was doing alright, I think. Had a pretty decent game. But let's see what they can do today. The bans come through. VGJ.Storm taking away the Bounty, the Shadow Demon, and the Rubik. And EHOME, the Tusk, Bane, and the Omni Knight, which is understandable. Actually, the last game, the game we saw VGJ.Storm on this channel, they played Tusk, and Flea was doing really good with it. He was making some good plays.
Radiant team pick.
Sand King. First up for VGJ.Storm. One of the strong supports that was left untouched in the opening bans. Oh, no surprise with that grab. EHOME, one of those Chinese teams that do love to grab the Ogre first. We saw it once with Newbie, in fact, at the Major. There are some of these teams in China that are just picking Ogre Magi every game.
10 seconds remaining.
Solo was ahead of his time.
5
Over on VP.
seconds remaining.
They used to do this, or he still does sometimes. If they want to play an Ogre game, they will VP.
Dire team pick.
And Razor. Okay. I mean, people are really favouring Razor. Well, some teams are really favouring Razor at the moment, but for me, I'm still yet to feel it being this incredibly OP pick. Like, I don't know. It was Bandalore at the Major. We didn't get to see it that much. SKAA. The classic support combo of 2017. KP is indeed playing carry for VGJ.Storm.
10 seconds remaining.
This is correct. You have Snaking on the off lane, Ryo in the mid, and Stanking and Flea are their supports. Oh, someone's going to have to shake my brains. What's the captain of EHOME in English? Am I being stupid? Is it someone obvious? I have not cast EHOME in a long time. I'll have a look online. What's this guy's name?
Dire team ban.
Oh, it's CTY. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. I knew it would be someone like that. All right, CTY. Thank you, FNG as well. You got my back. Thanks for that. See, I can trust FNG. He has a green sword. All the other guys, I mean, I don't know if I can trust you. CTY. Oh, yeah, we've got some CTY going on. All right. Yeah, this is hype. I'm down to watch some CTY, see what incredible builds he comes with today. Who is Ryo? He is #1 on the NA leaderboards. That is a lie. I don't know what number he is on the leaderboards. Oh, Ryo is 747. Okay. Is it? Is Ryo 747? I'll believe you, chap.
Radiant team ban.
I will believe you. Oh, it's Eric Dong. Oh, shit. Eric Dong, isn't it? Yeah. The legitimate, genuine Dong, Eric Dong, is the Storm Spirit. 747. Oh, he's the Storm, sorry. Well, he was the Storm Spirit last game. We saw them play Storm.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, they may just play Storm Spirit again. AA carry, unlikely. I don't think KP would be down for that. Maybe AA mid, but also unlikely with this team, I think. The bans come through from EHOME, Faceless Void and PL taken away. VGJ.Storm themselves are actually banning out the Storm Spirit. And Medusa, screw that hero. We ain't down to watch any Medusa games, no. No. This is a Medusa-free stream. Puck. Very nice against SK and AA, to be fair. Also really good with Razor. Dream Coil and the Static Link chase down. That's beautiful. They've got the synergy.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Let's see what VGJ.Storm are ready to reveal in terms of cores. Probably expect to see Snake King Zero come out here. Get that offlane secured. What do they want to grab for state? We saw him play offlane DK earlier. I know some of you guys in chat might have missed that, but they played offlane Dragon Knight, and it was actually pretty good. They won the game.
Radiant team pick.
Undying. Will almost certainly be that aggressive offlane hero. And we'll see how they land it. They'll probably send up both the Undying and the SK at the start, I imagine. They could certainly they want to run those two together. Could be very nasty to sort of lane against as EHOME.
5 seconds. Dire team pick.
Shadow Shaman. Good amounts of catch now from EHOME's lineup with the Puck and the Shaman. And again, another hero that can enable the Razor very nicely in any sort of mid-game fights. Having that set up.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, I feel like the aggressive lane from VGJ.Storm could do very well at the moment. We'll see. Now, 4th pick for VGJ.Storm. We'll see Flea and KP's hero come through now at this stage. KP, what's he feeling like playing the carry? Well, we saw him play Weaver earlier today. And was pretty safe. This game a little less easy, I feel, for you to straight up pick a Weaver into. But yeah, with that instant hex, follow-up silence, it's not the greatest. But I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't be, they could certainly pick Weaver again. VGJ.Storm. 4 tombs. I don't think we're going to see some Siraction Slacks plays here. I don't know if we'll see the chance for 4 tombstones. Maybe, if we're lucky. Morph for KP, says Keps in the chat. Yep, Morph. Any sort of those hard carries are always nice, I think, at the moment. And well, there's one of them. There's one of them. Terrorblade. Not your Morphling, but similar sort of lines as it. Having that super hard carry. I feel like this is, at the moment, this meta, a lot of teams, you get, like, the Morphlings and the Terrorblades can be just game-winning. And Terrorblade this game, it's pretty nice. There isn't large amounts of physical. Sure, you got the Razor. But other than that, you have 3 heroes looking to burst. So, the early stages are going to be difficult for Terror. Sorry, I got that the wrong way around. Early stage, there is burst for the Terrorblade. But I don't think it's sort of the burst. It's not enough burst that's going to scale to the point where, once Terrorblade has a few stat items, he's going to be feeling pretty good about himself. But yeah, Terrorblade could get crushed at the beginning with the amount of early game burst that EHOME have. Death Prophet The final ban from EHOME. It's just a question of VGJ.Storm if they think that that puck is mid or if they think it's off lane.
5 seconds remaining.
What do they want to do? I think it's an off lane puck, so they take the Tinker out. I mean, if you, to be fair, if you're playing Terrorblade, you kind of have to ban the Tinker. That hero is definitely one of the best answers to any time you see a Terrorblade looking to play. And what is the final pick here for Storm? They need that mid hero for Raya. Unless he's going to throw us off board and it is going to be a mid AA. Which is unlikely. This isn't Na'Vi. And there is your Eric Dong hero. Your 747, your Raya, whatever you want to call him. The Ember Spirit. There is an instant hex in the game. And silence and such could be a little annoying.
10 seconds remaining.
But it's one of those cores you can have in the fight, and it's very hard for Razor to really directly do anything against. You know, you're not going to be standing there on the front necessarily all the time. You can break the gap with the remnants. But it's been a long time since I've seen an Ember Spirit, to be fair. Did we have any Ember at the major? I feel like we didn't. At least not in the games I casted. It's been a hero that has not been favoured at all by the top teams. So that is a little bit of a surprise. But as I say, it's definitely something that I've seen 747 play before. So one of the heroes he's very confident on. Final pick for EHOME. And I mean, with that Tinkerban in mind, you know, EHOME, if VGJ.Storm were right, that EHOME's still looking for their mid, so they can pick something to go up against December and have a favourable time. And I think they may have just done it there. They grabbed the OD for CTY. OD very, very good this game against the TB. A little vulnerable to being blown up by the SKAA, but I think sort of the core matchup here makes the OD very strong here. Well, let's see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. As always, thank you very much for joining the stream. And thanks to those who did stick around, of course, after the OG versus Na'Vi extravaganza. We're still going to have some great gameplay for you guys at home. I'm going to hop into the cast whilst these players pick up their heroes.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, A Smith, I see what you asked about the TB, but actually, yes, Saber Dota counters it pretty good. Yeah, once he gets the Ags online, it just makes it impossible. Well, not impossible, but very hard to push with the Tinker Illusions. And sure, yeah, you could argue that maybe you can use the Sunder when you're being burst low, but at the same time, if the Tinker's good, you know, Terrorblade's got no sort of hold or catch. So a rearm blink will always get the Tinker away from a Terrorblade. You know, Terrorblade cannot ever deal with the hero in a one-on-one unless the Tinker massively messes up. And yeah, sure, you can eventually get a BKB, and that we do see that happen. You know, it's not like it's impossible to win the game. It's just it's very hard. It's like you would always choose to take the Tinker out if you're playing the Terrorblade over the majority of other heroes. KP mid? No. KP's playing the TB safe lane. KP's standing in as the carry. Yeah, KP's a strong carry. Yeah, he used to play it position in the past. So I think you can look forward to seeing KP doing some big stuff on the TB. Why am I not invited to there is no English talent on site for MDL Macau, so this is considered the place to watch the games. They're sort of MDL's always very relaxed about English coverage, so basically they've asked me to do it through BTS. BTS has asked me, and you know there isn't any sort of funding so for the English coverage. So for instance, I'm doing this for free, boys. So subscribe. I'm doing this for the love of the Dota. I'm not really. I'm doing it for the tasty ad revenue. I wish. But no, I'm doing this because God's offered me the games, said, you know, cast these games, get some views on your channels. I was like, sure. But no, they don't cover English coverage because Chinese tournament, you know, they sometimes they focus on the Chinese game, and that's understandable. I mean, should this tournament, to be fair as well, isn't, you know, it is interesting to the Western viewer, but it's not to the same extent as if you had all the big Western teams. You know what I mean? Like, for the Western viewers, you're looking at what, OG and Na'Vi are there, and VP. I mean, sure, I don't know. Either way, they decide that, you know, that's how it is. But myself and Zyclops will be covering the games. And obviously, we've got some big guys from BTS as well. Gods and LD doing some casting as well at the moment, I believe. I don't know who's casting at the moment over on the main stream, but do be sure to check it out. You got the main Beyond the Summit stream, where they are doing whatever the other game is on at the moment. I don't know what it is. I'll have a look. It is LGD versus VP still going on over on the mainstream, so you can head over there. I believe either Gods and Winter or LD and Winter's casting that one. I'm not too sure. But for us, for now, on this channel, we have VGJ.Storm versus EHOME. I'm OD Pixel, and we'll get yourself familiarized with the teams. VGJ.Storm have Snaking a Sand King. This is, so it is the core Sand King. We have Fali moving around on the Undying, KP the carry, Terrorblade, Rio, mid lane, Ember Spirit, and Stanking the support AA. Over on EHOME, Old Chicken, carry raise, one of my favourite names of a Chinese player. HYM Shadow Shaman, Y. Also is Innocence, correct? They changed their name so many times. The Chinese lads. I think it's Innocent. CTY is what you'll be seeing here. That is the OD. And finally, Faith Bian on the puck. Indeed, Stanking's not on Sand King. The Snaking is on Sand King. Just to clear things up, we've got 3 kings in the game. Stanking is on the support, eh? And actually, someone said KP mid, and we're like, no, KP. They're taking the Terrorblade mid. I mean, I don't. Why? Why would you put a Terrorblade against an OD and a Shadow? I don't understand that. Sure, the Ember's going to have a tough time. Screw the Ember, make him suffer. Don't make your Terrorblade suffer. I mean, well, these guys are professionals. They know what's up, but to me, this seems a bit weird. I don't know. Sure, I guess he's got Metamorphosis to farm. But okay. Alright. Let's see how he does. So Ember's going to be top. And he's going to be against the Ogre and the Puck. So it's not necessarily going to be an easy lane for him up there as well. So we'll see how well KP can do relying on the Metamorphosis to get CS. That's I don't think I've ever seen a Terrorblade being taken mid in order to avoid the mid from being sacked that hard. Well, let's see how he does. Let's see how he does. See how much CS did he get into the tower. Oh, well. There we go. I'm ready for... Oh, he's got the backup of Flea. There we go. He's going to get some help. Oh, no. Mr. CS, come on. Come on, KP. Oh, no, you missed that one. Oh, he's going for harassment. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, we're good, boys. There we go. We got a couple. Right, interested to see how this Terrorblade mid lane goes for VGJ.Storm. So as we're saying, you've got this 2 for 2 mid. KP, he's got to rely on the Metamorphosis. Once that Metamorphosis is gone, he's going to have to hope for some heavy help from Flea. Bottom lane, the last lane that we're yet to really look upon. It's 1v1, Old Chicken versus Snaking. The Old Chicken should be fine here. On top, Rio. He's able to get the lane under the tower. Nice Flame Guard there to guarantee the CS. And Flea looking to sit mid and bully the OD. Up top. Pause being made as EHOME take the creep wave back to safety. He's going to have a TP up top by HYM. He's going to leave this mid lane as the 1v1, wanting CTY to get the levels in this matchup. Very important. Once he has the Arcane Orb online, it's going to be very nice to harass KP. As it stands, the Astral's enough. Just trying to keep back this Terrorblade, making it very hard for KP to find all the farm that he hopes for. Wraparound was coming in from HYM up top, but Flea is able to find him. Bullies the Shadow Shaman away, back to his half of the map. And KP's doing alright. Support back up, making that lane very even in mid. 10 for 2, 9 for 4 between the two of them. I guess that is one of the pluses with the Quelling Blade and the Stout. It's very nice to CS with the Terrorblade. Definitely one of my favourite heroes to hit the creeps with. Very nice and simple attack animation. HYM's back in mid with the blast, trying to keep KP back. KP will salve himself all the way back up. Bottom lane, Snake King trying to go for a bit of a chase down onto Old Chickens. Take quite a lot of damage in response, so Snake's going to have to back away. He's got the Tranquils and Tangos, so should be able to regen back up and keep himself in. Mid lane, Flea, heading forward. And again, just trying to... These illusions don't really do much at this stage of the game. Interesting that he did decide to take the point of reflection now. I mean, at the same time, I guess, it's summoning illusions in this lane of himself is not going to do too much against it. And having the higher points in the reflection is going to be nicer.
Nothing for you.
19 for 7. Again. We're going to go with a Metamorphosis. That is a lot of damage. Ooh, nearly enough. But not quite. He'll survive. Up top, HYM finds the grab onto Sand King. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your first blood. Now, can they get more? You saw Flea. He wanted to go with that DD rune. He has got to continue to run. Faith will be there. Orbs forward. Closes the gap. One more touch and Flea's gone. EHOME find a second. Oh, HYM has actually got the grab onto KP. I don't know if they can get this one, though. KP should be fine. We'll get back, but 2 kills for EHOME. They make quick movements from top to mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane. 16 for 1 Sand King. 19 for 11 on the Razor. Rio, where's he heading? Going for a bit of the long wraparound to avoid Faith Beyond. Mid lane eyes onto KP. HYM seeing if he can get the angle to move in and close the gap. It's not easy. And in fact, CTY has to be careful himself. VGJ coming in hard with the smoke movement. And there we go. CTY in a lot of trouble with the way that Snake King wraps round behind the tree line. And they've got the control. Very nice smoke movement from VGJ. Getting them a very big kill. Taking down CTY, giving space for KP. They can put some pressure in onto this tower now. Up top, HYM has his hands onto Rio. And nothing more than that. No one else to follow up. TP back into the mid lane by CTY. They did scan this out. They know that VGJ.Storm are still hanging around. They're going to need more members to keep this area safe for CTY. Flea in the tree line. Trying to move CTY forward. TP coming in as well from the puck. And they've got the grab onto KP. Silence to follow up as well. And that's KP blown up. Always was going to be the problem at this stage of the game for the Terrorblade. A lot of magical bursts from EHOME. If they get their hands onto him, it's almost impossible for him to escape. Six minutes in, the kills looking good for EHOME. Farm as well. Slight edge for the Radiant. All lanes only just going the way of EHOME. Not a massive lead. And something that they can rectify with kills like this. Snakey moves it on bottom with the Epi. And they'll punish the Razor, putting Old Chicken back in his place. HYM wants to soak up some XP, but he has to be careful. As he comes in range of the Tombstone there, they know that the Shadow Shaman's out and down here. They may be even willing to dive him. We've got eyes on him. Flea. Ready to force that Shaman back. TP's into the top lane. Old Chicken repositioning himself up towards here. Rio not quite level 6. Old Chicken seeing if he can get the chase down, hoping for the passive proc, but he needs to be a bit closer. And with KP there, and a good slight and searing chains, they'll get themselves away, VGJ.Storm. Bottom lane snaking, close to the gap with the Burrow Strike. And VGJ.Storm grab another. Lots of kills at the moment. 3 for 3, even trading. Still, just the farm being the slight issue for VGJ.Storm. Mid lane, CTY's in trouble. He's used the Astral aggressively. Looks like they won't actually be able to close that gap. Okay. Couldn't get the Sand King in range, or didn't decide to use the reflection. Even with the reflection, it probably would not have been enough to close the gap onto that OD. Snaking gets seen by the tower. Oh, and they know that Snaking's here. CTY keeping himself buried in the trees. The illusion metamorphosized push coming through from KP. How can they stop this one, EHOME? Let's see what they can do. Slight and change. Catch up the Shaman. HYM's gone. Tombstone's down. TP is Wolf Model Chicken will be cancelled. Bit of a wraparound coming. Well, EHOME, they're in a bit of an awkward position. They sort of started to come back in from the back, but it was only 2 of them. And with that, they are going to lose CTY. Oh, no, Fate Beyond comes back in. He's looking for the return because they did lose CTY. They're trying to fight back into VGJ.Storm, but still with the Metamorphosis up, there's no chance. Rio very low. Fate Beyond jaunting forward, seeing if he can find the kill, but oh, the Soul Rip heal. He's going to be fine. Rio gets out. Storm getting 3 kills, and EHOME just the 2. Oh, well, they'll make it the sorry, just the 1. Now it's the 2. They do find the second. KP, some big action for him. He's climbing himself back up. Faith Bian actually top of the net worth. Has a very, very quick Blink Dagger. 10 minutes in Blink Dagger on Puck. And look, there he is, ready to play. Straight in onto Stanking. That's a solo kill. Faith Bian. Ready to style on some fools with this Blink. Let's see what he can do. He's got Flea here. He's looking at it. And he may just have it with the Dream Coil. Faith Bian and his Puck, ladies and gentlemen. Easy double kill. 6-0-1. Well, 10-minute Blink doing wonders for this magical man. Mid lane. Quick X onto Snaking. He has the chance for the Sandstorm and he'll be fine. TP's come through, forcing EHOME to back up. Kind of want to have all eyes on Faith with the way that he's playing. $3K lead for EHOME off the back of those kills. I mean, this puck is carrying. I'm not surprised. We've seen a few Faith Bian fans in chat. This man has got a bit of a legacy that they created with that run at TI, and now going their separate ways. And here on EHOME, he's looking pretty good. Looking the Tombstone, ready to go in onto Y. And that will be the Ogre down. They should be able to get this tier 1 tower as well. Whereas our Pucky is at the side. They want to try and fight. He jumps in. Oh, he's got the 3-man Dream Coil. Faith Bian setting up for the burst. They've taken down KP. Epicenter comes out in time though for Snaking. And they will be able to punish them in return, getting both the Shaman and the Razor. That's a support and a Razor. Oh, he tries to go back in Faith. Oh dear. Oh, Faith. Well played comes out from KP. A bit of BM. We love it. So Faith BM we're going to... I was going to say it was good for EHOME. They got both of the cores. But they did end up losing both of their own cores and a support. So. It looked almost perfect, but the fact that the Sand King was able to get out his epicenter changed everything there. 10-9. And we're seeing on Snake King and his progression. Interesting. Okay, so he had a great timing on the blink, as we saw off the back of that fight. I think this is... The offlaners came to carry this game. Highest net worth on EHOME. That's Faith Bian. Highest net worth on VGJ.Storm is Snake King. A game at the offlane, as it seems. Faith Bian versus Snake King. Name a better sort of... Well, anime duo is the saying, isn't it? But this is more of an anime rivalry. There we go, going for this tower. More Faith sees an opportunity, and he'll get it. I'll take the tower as well here, EHOME. Rio. The magic build, of course. Veil. I wondered if we would have seen some, because we were starting to see Ember Battle Fury get a bit of play, sort of before the 707, and now with the change to Battle Fury, I sort of wondered if we'd see it more, but not the case. Stan King looking for the TP out. Oh, he makes it. He makes it. CTY's got his force, and he's back up at the top now. So we'll see all three top on EHOME. It's just a 2k lead. EHOME do have it. Snake King. Oh, he actually blinks into this. Snake. Oh, and out he goes. Looking to chase a little bit. Old Chicken in the mid lane. He's got his herd. Very good this game. Any sort of hood call would have been good this game, to be fair, against Storm's lineup. KP the only one you're really worrying about as the game goes on, but KP still leading a lot of time to get big, and sorry, I missed the kill. Bottom lane, they get the grab onto the Ember Spirit. Rio's down. Well, tier 1 fortification comes out for VGJ.Storm, and they're heading over. Stanky as Flea. Why? Quick fire blast to hold back Flea, and they actually popped down the Shaman Wards for this one. Didn't know if that was necessarily necessary, but hey ho. Snake links into this, and oh, Faith. Jaunt in and a jump out. Faith Bian nearly having the Veil of Discord. With their lineup, with him and Shaman, Veil is going to cause a lot of issues if they can find KP. At the moment, KP's pretty much just been sitting in his jungle. The safest place he can be. He's got the Yasha complete. Slowly but surely, just farming up without any sort of interruption from EHOME. Let's see what they can get down bottom. Stan King and Snake King. Smokes up. Eyes onto Y. Flea. Heading over. They get the jump in. Burrow Strike. Ice Blast. That'll be the Ogre surely to fall. You'll see Faith Bian try and react. Jumps in with a 2-man true coil. He gets the snap onto the SK. Flea's in trouble as well. There'll actually be a buyback from the Sand King. Flea will escape. Faith Bian able to phase shift to dodge some of the damage, but it's not going to be enough. He still falls. So they can chase for more now. They're riding off the buyback of the Sand King. Snake King will find the stun onto HYM. They're not done yet. VGJ.Storm. They've found 3. They're looking for the 4th. Old Chicken desperately trying to run himself away. Snake's got the blink back up. He could dive for this, and he's going to go for it straight in. But this is a buyback. It's going to be a dieback from Snake. Really wanted that kill on Old Chicken. Doesn't get it. And will cost him his life. Flea able to TP out on the side. Check the fight recap. So, yeah, to buy back. But, yeah, losing the SK twice is going to knock him down. He had a great start. Those sort of financial losses, not great to have. I mean, his buyback pretty much... I mean, they didn't really even need it for the Shaman kill. So, not worth there from the Sand King. As CTY continues to get bigger and bigger. Courier having a bit of a sleep there on the mid lane as it seems now. It's back out. Full out Hurricane Pike. Nearly that level 15. And what do we get? Ooh. I've not seen many ODs. 40 movement speed is good, but with the amount of spammable spells your team has, you take the 15% aura, don't you? It depends how greedy it is. Sure, movement speed, 40 movement speed is nice. But that boost on the aura for your whole team. But then again, maybe you can just make the argument the aura is good enough as it is. We'll see what he takes. Wait, hang on. Z 7, 11, 12. He's not spent... He's saving some of his points, isn't he? Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I was a little confused on that one. Down bottom. That Sanity's saving that man from everything. Old Chicken is going to be fine. And now they're just going to look to turn. Flea trying to run himself away. Hurricane Pipe forward from CTY close to the gap. They got the Hex onto Rio. And VGJ.Storm lose to. Yeah, he leveled Orb instead. Yeah, thought so. I'm just... Yeah, okay, sorry about... Yeah, okay, and he takes the movement speed. Alright. Makes sense. Like, I guess, yeah. 40... You're already what? It's already a 40% chance. I guess making it 50% isn't... 55%. It's like, whatever. It's already good enough. 40 movement speed is always so good. It's always hard to make an argument against a good movement speed talent. Gotta go fast indeed. Up top. CTY. He's got the catch. They're looking for Snaking. And Snaking is not getting out of this one. Another kill for CTY. As he is racking up the gold. 3.1k. I mean, I'll be honest, it is looking rough for the Ember. I mean, I know you guys in chat questioned it, and I don't blame you. Ember Spirit is just... I think it's so hard to play in this patch. This hero is... in the past, it's been in some fantastic places, but as it is... Especially against the heroes that are very popular and favoured over at the moment. It's so hard to play. And it's not only just to play, but just have any sort of impact with the Ember Spirit. What do you do this game? Who are you killing? I mean, maybe the Shaman, but... Even that, he's got a Force. He's going to turn and Hex you. And, I mean, yeah, also going on... Yeah, the OD last pick was very, very, very nice that you have. And I think we saw that as well. With the way that VGJ.Storm put KP mid on the Terrorblade, I think that goes to show that they were sort of caught out by that OD final pick. Like, that threw them massively off guard. We are going to see a big wraparound come from VGJ. Let's see what they can do. They have the Epicenter available. Tombstone's down. He's looking to get it built up. Can he get the jump in? Will find lock onto Chicken, but he's already forced back. Old Chicken's out of there. Now, moving in with the illusions. They do claim the life with the Ogre. Rio jumping in, trying to find HYM. Quick turn with the Hex, but this HYM Shaman is still in trouble. Shackles won't save him. He's down. On the back of it, though, CTY and Old Chicken have come through, and they're starting to clean up big stuff. They may have lost 2 on EHOME, but VGJ.Storm, they have to get themselves out of there. Oh, the read from Faith! He was ready for that, but he doesn't have a way to cancel the TP. So Rio will get out. Flea won't be as lucky. So sure, Storm can claim 2, but CTY is just cleaning up each and every time. He's level 18. He's got Blink, Hurricane Pike, well on the way to BKB. They can't kill this OD. They're killing the backlines. They're killing the supports, but they're not killing the cores.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Snay. They know where he is. HYM has the Force.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And won't be able to close that gap. Chicken's out of there. Bottom lane. Rio was trying for the Ogre. Realizes he has to get out. He can't do it underneath the nose of the Razor. CTY is a little deep here. He's out on his own. Snake. Should be fine. Yeah, CTY knows he can't play around without Sanking on his own. Too elusive with the Burrow Strike and Sandstorm. Very easy for Snaking to get away. And here we go. Level 13 on your Sand King. Was looking to actually build the Spirit Vessel, but changed his mind and went for the 4 Staff instead. I mean, there's not really any sort of big regen or life steal or any sort of health that you're trying to shut down. Oh, that's a lot of TPs. Snake King. Not going to be able to find the grab. HYM, they know where he is. Where's the... What? He gets the water. Oh, no. Fake. Oh, it's a bait. He jumps in. He silences all of them. And, oh, no. This is not good for VGJ.Storm. They've got to run. They've got to get out. But Faith Bian's there as well as Old Chicken with the wraparound as VGJ.Storm lose. 13k gold lead. 23 minutes in. You're running an Ember Spirit and a Terrorblade. I don't know how you come back into this one if you are VGJ. And Faith Bian has been having a beautiful game. 10, 2, and 12 on his KDA. Faith Bian Puck. I think a lot of this, it is down to the OD final pick. Having to, in the minds of VGJ.Storm, put the Terrorblade in the mid lane against an OD Shaman. Like, the chances of this working out were always going to be low, and I think VGJ.Storm may have realised this from the end of the draft. Didn't actually go for the BKB. He's feeling confident. He knows that if he could just grab a Hex, the game could be over. So Hex is out for CTY. That is a lot of intelligence. This Sanity's Eclipse is going to absolutely hurt. What did VGJ.Storm do? How's the Ember looking? It's not great. He's had a tough game, Rio. He's been able to kill supports. That's been about it. That has been about it. Mid lane. Oh. Ooh. Oh, no! Oh, no. He whiffed it. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. I mean, you could tell he knew that he wasn't going to get that kill, but he still went for it, and that's the sanity's gone. I mean, it's not that it matters too much. They've not been really relying on the Sanity's Eclipse to win fights, but still a bit of a painful one when you drop that 160-second cooldown spell and it hits nothing. Feels bad. Hey, HYM. That's a freebie. They are able to beat into the supports a little bit of EHOME. CTY. They've got to get on top of this OD. If he starts to be allowed to just right-click at all in these fights, these heroes are going to get like four-shotted by this OD at this stage. They've got to get on top of him with the SKA. KP's still farming. He's still farming his socks off. Against all odds, KP is doing his best to keep up with the pace. Jumping from CTY. Gets a couple of touches onto the Ember. Just trying to rack up that in. Snake. He's down. Another kill for CTY. That ain't getting bigger and bigger. Stanking. Dropping down a ward. CTY gets his hands on him. Quick blink and a Hex. Oh, would do it. Easy kills for this OD. Just manhandling those squishy supports. And now it's time to push him for more. Onto this tier 3 tower. 27 minutes in. Trying to break the high ground. Faith Bian jumps forward. He's got the silence onto the Ember. That's Ember Spirit in 2017 summed up right there. Just bam, and he's gone. Can we get this ogre out? He's pretty tanky. Not tanky enough. He will fall. KP will be able to take him down. Fabian jumps in. Oh, with the control. KP is gone as well. This game is surely over. GG is called. Back to the drawing board. I think the draft was, we can all agree, not ideal. The final pick, OD, doing absolute wonders for CTY. As far as I can remember, that's one of CTY's heroes. In terms of, you know, he's played it quite a few times in the past. In competitive. Well, there we have it. EHOME will take the win against VGJ.Storm, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of that one. We've got 2 more series today on this channel. LGD versus TNC, then EHOME versus Na'Vi. So that was EHOME, boys and girls. So you Na'Vi fans out there, that team has got to go against Na'Vi later on this stream. So get your Moncaresses out if you're Na'Vi fans. As will be very interesting to see how they do against that. So next on this stream is LGD versus TNC. So we will be able to find that.